Today's horoscope and tarot from Astrocademy, Virgo March 5, 2022. The moon heads into your partnership sector for a couple of days, and you're more socially inclined. Even with Mercury retrograde, communicating and teaming or pairing up can be fruitful, and you might end up with a new perspective on a matter. There can be a fresh look at an old problem, or you find further use for a past idea. The Sun and Pluto are heading into a conjunction in your sign, stirring your instincts to grow, improve, and change. For best results now, aim to focus on what you can master. There is intensity to the day that you can use to your advantage, but watch for a tendency to fixate on problems. The moon is now beginning to reach her peak of fullness in Cancer via your committed 7th house of agreements, compromise, and significant others, highlighting everything from your ability to compromise to the foundation of a significant partnership. Ready to have the talk? Luna will form a harmonious trine to lucky Jupiter in Pisces, via your curious 3rd house of communication, thought process, and local community, which, in turn, encourages you to cultivate compassion and follow your intuition in the process. Holding space for your lover's emotional needs is also advised at this time, so open your heart. There could be some financial stressors coming to fruition as Mercury retrograde squares Uranus retrograde. An unexpected expense may have come up with creative endeavors. For example, it might be costlier than expected to reinvent your branding on or offline. There could be financial fluctuations associated with capitalizing on your hobbies and passions. Luckily, the square has pushed you to be more innovative with how you handle budgeting and funding your creative vision. Be open to any and all ideas when it comes to stabilizing your financial status. In his first full day in retrograde motion in your income sector, Mercury has come to a standstill, and with the Sun still 4 days away, this is a chance to stay in the moment. Mercury is looking back, but is yet to start moving back over ground already covered, while the Sun is yet to turn the solar spotlight onto your income situation, matters, and options. Your friends may come up with surprising proposals today. Trust your intuition and decide whether you want to go along with them. Their idea might seem a little strange at first. Don't turn it down, but check it out in detail. New opportunities may open up for you, reinvigorating your life. You're the captain of the ship for now, so make the most of it. You're more on the ball than most of your people, and you can score lots of bonus points if you have the moves. You no longer want to live in your dreams and memories. You feel like going out, getting to know new people and having some fun. Remain open to all new experience and pleasure entering your life. Giving in to these urges is good for you. Even if you don't find your ideal love, you never know where it may lead. Getting the most out of your private time starts with watching what you eat, so that any sudden changes don't make you feel uncomfortable. There is no reason why you shouldn't continue eating your basic 3 meals, with no snacks aside from fruit or veggies. With all the added stress nowadays, it is especially important to drink lots of water and stay away from dehydrating coffee and black tea. Although it may not feel like it, you have always been one of the main instructors in your family hierarchy. On a day like today, you will clearly see the impact you have had on your family, as well as the impact they have had on you. If you stop to ponder childhood memories today, you will see the active role you had in teaching your parents how to parent you. While they may have gone into it with a sink or swim approach, you were both their educator and student. Knowing that when they return to your work sector tomorrow, this will kick off the busiest, but also the most exciting 6 weeks of the year on the job front, Venus and Mars are working to make the most of their last full day in a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part of your chart. Still aligned, it is coincidence that sees Venus' 4-month visit end just as Mars' 6-week visit is also drawing to a close, with the planets of love and passion coming together to help each other out. The only danger that comes from not only having Venus and Mars in your romantic sector for so long but aligned for the last 3 weeks is complacency. This is the one thing that you don't have room for as Venus and Mars spend their last full day in your romantic sector. This comes just as the Sun and Jupiter put their joint focus on your relationships. Your tarot reading for today. The Empress, the Hanged Man, and the Emperor. The cards you selected invite you to make an effort to unblock a situation that you have been stuck in for quite some time. For this, you need to overcome an obstacle that is a real challenge for you. If you adopt the correct behavior, you should end up in a more satisfactory situation where the challenges you are facing today could dissipate. In the coming days, you will have the possibility of taking things in hand due to this unexpected event, which should allow you to prove yourself to the people who really matter to you. You'll understand, you need to take control of your own life to take advantage of all the promises in your draw. In the past, you have experienced equivalent situations when everything just seemed to be getting on top of you. At that time, you knew how to count on the support of your loved ones by giving them your trust. Today, the cards evoke the influence of an older man. He seems to monopolize your thoughts and should help you to take things in hand. It is not always easy to get your bearings and you encounter an unexpected situation, but this man will be there for you, to help you find the right path and make the right decisions during this crucial period. You should keep your goals in mind and take the advice of this draw so that all the odds are in your favor in March 2022. You need to be aware of the issues raised in this draw to advance to a happier situation in love and in your personal life. Our eyes in the sky. The moon's connection with all of these planets allows us to access our deepest feelings. When the moon aligns with the south node of destiny, it gives us a chance to heal the past, or at least see the error of our youthful follies. It also adds an intuitive vibe to the day, giving us the psychic information that we yearn to hear and understand, particularly with Neptune involved. Venus, Mars, and Pluto stir the pot and create drama in our personal relationships because we all want to be in control and in charge. The lesson here is that none of us can control others or life. You can only control the way you handle your reaction to intense situations and avoid unnecessary drama. A good way to use the energy of the day is to focus on how you can heal the past and change the future. You have the power to create the life you want. Just be willing to take the necessary steps to attain the greatness that lies ahead. During this last conjunction, we see the entire picture with improved clarity. How have our principles fundamentally changed since the end of last year? Have discussions within relationships altered our definition of loyalty and fidelity? Are we still on the same page as those we are committed to, or must we now make some decisions to renegotiate our participation? Knowing when it is not only ethical, but liberating, to accept another's goals or differences of opinion, allows us to continue relationships with greater confidence or part ways respectfully. In the morning, the Scorpio moon squares off with Saturn in Aquarius, making it difficult to express our feelings. We might freeze out those who are interested in establishing a connection with us. Perhaps we feel that exposing our vulnerable side will diminish us or make us susceptible to others' agendas. Avoid making reactive decisions. Asking for personal space will help us to see which relationships are functioning healthily or which hinge on codependent dynamics.